Yeah, it kind of was that bad. Let's take a look at equipped roiling. This is definitely one of the most aggressive combinations that I've come across so far. It has a lot of the smaller creatures and a lot of equipments and some spells to clear the way for attackers. What you really look for in this deck is for one of the creatures that potentially has landfall and being able to play in Evolving Wilds or a couple of lands per turn to really power them up early and have them go at your opponent. Equipped and Roiling had some combination issues where they really didn't complement each other too well. The equipments that are in the deck, some of them are more on the tricky side, where they added effects instead of really bulking up the smaller creatures. So now you had to play a land to get a bigger creature, or it was a small creature with double strike or with trample. Stalling out on lands also meant that the deck came to a big halt. A 1/1 with double strike wasn't really standing up to any of the later drops that opponents were putting out there. Kami's Flare and Dragonspark Reactor were probably the two biggest standout cards in this deck. The Kami's Flare is an easy 5 damage if you have a modified creature, which with the equipment, you're reconfiguring a lot in this one. Dragonspark Reactor can hit for big damage as long as you get the chance to play out your artifact spells. There is a need to be patient for this one, as it does take time to build with each artifact that you play. Kami of Industry was another big surprise because there was an easy way to get back some of the cheap equipments that may have been destroyed throughout the battle. World Sculptor was a great finisher in this one as well, however it was also dependent upon not running out of lands. Equipped is a really good pack in this one. It had a lot of ways to really synergize with almost any other decks. It added a lot of the effects that you might want on some of your creatures, such as the double strike or trample. The addition of Kami's Flare and Dragonspark Reactor to really deal some damage also gives it a lot of benefits as well. Roiling is more specific to its own effects. You would need to pull something that really complements it. This did make for a fun combination, but it was a little hard to get some wins with it. I would put Equipped as a take, and I would put Roiling as a pass on this one, unless you really need some of the landfall cards.